Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. I'm your host, Sybil Amuti, and I can't wait for you to hear all of the Great Girlfriend magic on today's show. So without further ado, grab something great to drink, grab your pen and your paper, and get ready for this week's episode. Enjoy! What's up, Great Girlfriends? Happy Wednesday. I am so super excited to be recording live from
Fantastic Voyage 2024.
We on a cruise, y'all. We on a cruise, y'all. We on a cruise. No?
No, you got it.
Where's your bop?
You are my pop.
I said your bop.
You are my bop.
Yeah, but where is your bop? Why are you like...
I was watching you bop. I like watching you bop.
Okay, I'm going to try this again because we are on the 2024 Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage Cruise. We on a cruise, y'all. We on a cruise, y'all. We on a cruise, y'all.
Was that a good bop?
That was so stale. It's almost like you just got on the boat.
We've been on the boat for 6 days.
I think we live here now.
I do.
I think the kids are probably like, "Mommy," or not, or either they like.
Fine.
Yeah,
I
don't know. I don't know.
They're good.
But y'all, we're having an amazing time on the 2024 Tom Joyner Fantastic Voyage Cruise. Shout out to Tom Joyner for an amazing, I think it's 24 years of doing this cruise. Every year, thousands, and I'm talking about, when I say thousands, y'all.
I think it's like 5,000?
Easily 5,000.
5,000 people.
Aunties, uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers. It's blackety black with a sprinkle of vanilla here and there. But it has been like...
Grandfathers.
You got people on this cruise 80 and over.
Yeah.
And then you got people like us, like real young and tender. You know what I mean?
Yes, we are young and tender.
So it's truly been an exciting time. It's been so much fun. I have eaten similar things, if not the same thing, for 6-7 days straight.
Shout out to Windjammer and...
Yeah, I never eat consistently like this.
No, and not even as much. So it's real. I had heard the warnings before about, you get
cruise
to eat cruise food
and then
24 hours a day.
And then you're done.
No, I'd heard the part about 24 hours a day, you can get whatever you want. And
right.
That's pretty accurate.
Right. And I have heard encore every day for the past... Okay, songs we've heard every day for the past 6 days. Encore.
Back that thing up.
Do you know how encore goes? You want to sing it?
Mm-mm.
You don't want to sing it?
Mm-mm. I don't want to drive you crazy.
Your love. So good. Deserves an encore. Okay, then we've heard doing the butt in it. Hey.
That's actually playing. It's going to play tonight.
Like all night.
Yeah.
What else have we heard over and over and over? You need a man with...
Shout out to Ralph Tresvant. He has been performing...
A man like honey, when it get it to honey.
Everywhere he goes, people want him to sing.
Ralph Tresvant's been on this boat, and he has been singing Sensitivity on any elevator, any stage. You gonna get some sensitivity when you see Ralph Tresvant, and he sounds just like he did in the '80s. And then, what else have we been hearing?
Scarface put on a wonderful performance.
Scarface put on a dreamy performance. Who knew that Scarface was the musical genius that he is? It was amazing to hear, Smile. Mm-hmm. Some of his classics.
Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. That's a mental health song. We just found out.
Amazing. And to see Earth, Wind, and Fire live again,
God.
I can never not get enough of that show.
You say live again. This was my first time actually experiencing them in concert. And I think the average ages of the three main that are remaining are 72 years old.
They killed it.
Man, they went nonstop for almost, it was like, how long was the show? Hour and a half nonstop. Twirls, you got the kick, you got the doo-wop, and then Philip Bailey hitting those notes and doing all this number playing the bass like he was 19 years old.
I mean, you're getting all of it.
Yeah.
Shaka Khan sounds like she sounds like she's still trying to get a contract, y'all. Shaka Khan's voice, unmatched. unmatched. Then you see Ashanti. She's pregnant. She out here with Ja Rule, and she's doing her little doo-wop bop. She looks so good. So good.
Hold on, but Method Man and Redman.
Method Man and
great
Redman.
Job.
How
Great
about
job.
some of our aunties on the plane talking about they coming to get their husband, Method Man? I'm like, ma'am, I think he's a whole husband. And then one of our aunties on the elevator she said, I don't break up homes, but he can be my baby daddy.
Yes.
Am I lying?
You are.
Did you not hear auntie say that?
Yeah.
And we're just like, oh my gosh. Then there's been comedy. Then there's been double dutching. I mean, there's been so much rich content and an amazing experience. And we happen to celebrate our 18th wedding anniversary, y'all. So it's been a dream to just be here on this cruise with so many couples who are like 50 plus years in, 30 years in, other couples, lots of Black people, fully immersed in the culture. Oh, we've heard Back That Thing Up every day.
Yeah, every day around 4:30.
Yeah. And let me tell you, everybody, I don't care if they're in a scooter, I don't care if they're on a walker. When that bass hits, all you see is women start to just boom, boom, boom. And it's just on and popping. You're like, okay, wait, you back it up too? You back it up? Grandma, you back it up too? I mean, everybody. So it's like been one of those things. Oh, and there's been parties every night.
And the club.
In the club after 1 a.m. And so this experience has been great. I got hired to come on this cruise to host some experiences. Haven't hosted anything yet, but what I have hosted is a really, really amazing time with my +1, my date, who agreed to come with me on this experience. And I thought that we would do this episode because this is my absolute first time in the history of this podcast, 9 years strong, recording from a cruise ship on the ocean. Literally, we are out here looking at the waves and recording. And I was so inspired by a panel earlier that talked about, doing the thing that you love and being consistent and being faithful at it and trusting that you're making the right move when you're making the move and just kind of honoring the process. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like partying right now. I really actually feel like recording a podcast. And I thought it'd be fitting to record a podcast on love and romance because we just celebrated 18 years of marriage, y'all. So come on, clap it up.
18 beautiful years.
This man has been blessed to be attached to me.
Wow.
Okay? Attached to me.
I'll take it.
For 18 amazing years. 2 kids, 1 dog. I mean, it's just been amazing. And I have been blessed to be attached to him. You got to let me finish my sentence. For 18 whole years, y'all. 18 whole years. When we were getting married, we were puppies.
Babies.
But we thought we were grown. I really did. Did you think we were grown?
Oh, I thought I was full grown.
I thought we were fully grown because getting married was such an adult choice that I was like, wow, we're actually fully adulting now.
Right.
You know why?
Right.
Because our parents will know that we're having sex. That's major.
That's how you felt.
It's like some of what I was thinking in my head, like, oh, so our parents they expect us to have sex because they want us to have children.
Oh, okay.
That ain't what you thought.
No.
I mean, I'm just getting honest. We 18 years in. I think I tell the truth about what I was thinking.
Okay, that was uncomfortable for me because that meant that your dad knew.
My dad knew.
What was going to go down on the wedding night.
Right.
So as a man, that's an uncomfortable feeling to navigate that day.
Yeah. It's a little weird to have your parents being like, okay, go have sex.
Sending you off to consummate.
You're like, you really, so all these other years you were like, no. And now you're telling me to go and
it went from no to go.
And then you like, please have unprotected sex. They want us to have a baby.
Yeah, they want us to be out here reckless.
Off the chain. So that was just one of the weird things I thought about over the years. I was like, wow. So I wanted us to have this conversation about our 18 years because I don't think we can share love conversations enough. I really don't think that those of us who are married, who actually like being married, who are happy in our marriages, can do enough to serve the community by sharing what our love experience is like, sharing like some of the good, the bad, the ugly, sharing some of the things that we're working on now, goals that we have in our marriage and hopes that we have for our people who want to be married and things like that. So I thought I would bring my favorite co-host on certified life coach.
I'm glad you said favorite co-host. Because I am.
Yeah.
I knew it. I was waiting for you to announce it
to the public.
I knew you knew it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite.
Absolute best favorite.
Okay.
You've had some great people on the show.
You said best.
Yeah,
I said favorite.
Well, that's all in one.
See, you can agree to disagree in marriage.
Yeah.
My favorite.
You can agree to disagree with the truth.
My favorite co-host on the show, Kwaku and Moody, great girlfriends. I'm clapping it up for Kwaku. So Kwaku, why did you want to marry me? 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh! First of all,
30 seconds.
One, look at you. I mean, really. I knew I'd hit the jackpot when I met you. You know what I mean? Like, because one, you were beautiful, and I think that we gloss over that a lot when we talk about relationships. Everyone will jump first to, you got to love her spirit and love her soul, and those are important. But you also, I had to, call me vain, whatever. I had to like what I was looking at. Period. So there was that. But then you were kind and smart. Well, second thing is you were smart. I was like, oh wow, like she's really, really smart. When we would have conversation, when we started talking and having conversation, you were very engaging, had things to say, you listened very well, you responded well, you had thought-provoking things to say. And then there was just a level of kindness and caring that actually, I will say to all the listeners and viewers, that you have carried for over 20 years.
Oh,
like it's just been, and I've seen you care for me that way. But then more importantly, I've seen you care for our kids and then strangers. Everyone gets the same level of caring. And it's amazing sometimes for me. I know I'm going over 30 seconds.
Yeah, you're over your time, but I like this.
Is that okay? Can I go over a little bit?
15 more.
Okay. No, but it's wonderful to see someone not exhaust their capacity for care.
I like that.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so you have this ability, just to get, when I tell people who I randomly know sometimes, or people I just meet about this wonderful podcast and the space you built, one of the comments I give them is, she's exactly the same way she is at home. So you've been consistent. That's one of your biggest attributes to me outside of you being gorgeous. You've been extremely consistent for 20 years, over 20 years. Kindness, love, appreciation, the whole nine. So you still send thank you cards to people, and like you're just number one. So I knew I hit the jackpot when I met you. I knew it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's good.
What's true?
What has been your favorite part about marriage? Can't say sex, and you have 30 seconds.
Can't say sex.
Okay, you can say sex if you want. But
favorite part about marriage, it's all the learning that we're doing together.
Yeah.
Like you and I have been learning we've been married for 18, but we've been learning for over 20.
Right. And
that's learning things about life, learning things about kids, learning things about each other. So it's just constant, it's constant and never ending, just learning. You're always learning. You're always picking up something. If you think you got it, be ready. You're about to learn something very new about yourself, about marriage, about relating to someone. So it's been the learning.
What's been the hardest part about being married to me?
The learning. Well, because let's be honest, you're not always ready for it.
Right.
Like, who walks into something saying, I'm ready to learn something? Not everybody. So it's been beautiful, and it's been very difficult. And I think that most people fail at it because they don't embrace the duality of it. You're going to learn a lot about yourself that you thought was great that may not be that great to another person. And in doing all of that, you have to I've come to so many changes in myself over this whole entire period of us being married that have made me a better person, but it can only work if I accept it. So I accept it. So it's both. What about you?
What about me? What?
Are you gonna go, or you're interviewing
I'm
me?
just throwing them out, and I'm coming. You can get your minute in a minute. Okay.
What is one thing that you know about me now that you didn't know when we first got married?
You are extremely shy.
Yeah.
You would have never guessed it. And to everybody watching, if you've got your own opinion about, if you've ever experienced Sybil live in person, she is the most open, wonderful, warm person, and she is super shy. Super shy. She can go, and then be all, and then she will completely retreat, and you won't see her for 2 days. And it's because she's just recharging her battery, and she's shy, and she's not,
Am I shy or introverted? Yes.
Yes. I'm glad you answered that. Yes.
I answered it myself. I'm like, yes.
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 Yes. What else you got? I'm ready for him today.
What is one thing that irritated you about me when you met me, and it still irritates you to this day? You're like, oh my God, for 20 plus years, she's still doing this.
It irritates me.
Yes.
I don't get irritated, I'm not trying to make that husband answer.
My turn. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I know, right? You don't get to go on that one.
You can skip that one.
Skip that one for you. No, I don't think you irritate me. There may be something I don't like.
Yeah, what's something you don't like?
What's something I don't like? I can't say I don't like it. I recognize now and embrace more of your sense of adventure. Wherever we go, whatever we're doing, this woman, because it doesn't match sometimes, because you're shy and introverted, but you are a complete adventurer. When we go somewhere, like, it's time for adventure. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go, once her feet hit I got one.
Oh my God, I can't wait to hear this
I'm
one.
glad, because this comes off the back of what I was going to say.
Okay.
You know what? What was it? It doesn't annoy. What is it? Aggravates? What was the word you used? Irritates me. What irritates me is your sleep pattern. And guys, my wonderful daughter has the same sleep pattern as my beautiful wife. These two will stay in the bed. Like,
Yes.
Sybil will lay in the bed until the last possible minute.
Yes.
But
when she rises.
But then the minute her feet touch that floor, she's moving at 150 miles an hour. And it's like, you not ready? Where are we going?
I'm like, what y'all been doing? Y'all been awake for 5 hours and you ain't even brushed your teeth? What is going on?
Yeah. So if there's anything that's irritating, it's that. It's like, I look around like, why do you love sleep so much?
Sleep is good.
No, it is good, but
Sleep is everything.
I tend to skew on the opposite. I want to get out of the bed. I want to go do some stuff, and it's normally stuff I want to try to figure out or whatever. But yeah, that's that for me. It's
no, my
sleep
affection for sleep, I've always had it. I've always had
sleep is your boyfriend.
I've always had a deep and affectionate relationship with sleep. I've always honored it. I've always wanted it. Actually, that's not true. Sometimes I would deprive myself of sleep, and I would get very anxious and irritated and have these tight, tense moments. I also, at some points, could not get to sleep. So I'd stay up.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it was insomnia. I just knew that I couldn't get to sleep. That's how I processed it, not understanding that there may be slight anxiety or things that having things on your mind at night can create anxiety or can create anxiety, which makes you stay up all night. And then my body is still like, no, you're going to get those hours that you took from us. We're still going to need those hours. But so my clock would be off. And so you have that going on. Then when I became a mother, the kids just snatched my clock. Like, literally, I got to wake when they're hungry. I have to wake when they're, because as a mom, you have to be available, especially if you're nursing. You have to be available for the milk pattern. So that disrupted my quality of sleep for me, which is long, having solid straight hours. I don't like naps, can't stand them, have always hated them.
They happen to you, though, and it's
they
hilarious.
happen to me, and I despise it. I wake up mad, I had a nap.
oh, I missed out. Like I really don't like naps. But I do like quality sleep at night. And I'm as a creative, I still believe that my richest creativity comes between like 10:30 p.m. 2 a.m. However, in the life that I live, I'm not permitted those hours as often because life requires me to be up in the morning.
Kids require you to be up in the morning.
Kids require me to be up in the morning. I've never truly been a morning, quote unquote, morning person. So, oh wow, did you see those balloons just pop up on our screen?
That might be a Google thing.
Oh my goodness. Great girlfriends, we're recording here on QuickTime. Oh.
That's a thumbs
My
up.
God.
You can't put your thumbs up.
You
anymore.
can't put your fingers up. There's all these responsive, what do they call them? Emojis
sort of
happening
things.
while we speak. And I'm moving my hands, it's going like crazy. Anyway, saying that to say, our kids are older now.
Yep.
They sleep through the night.
They do.
They wake up, they wake themselves, well, ish, Kwaku wakes them up. They get dressed on their own. They don't require me for breakfast as much. So I can actually sleep.
Now's the
And
time.
get the sleep that I never. And on Saturday mornings, I don't have to be up unless somebody got to go somewhere. I don't. So I'm like, yo, I'm craving it, and it feels good to me, and it's a gift that I've given myself now to just rest, like stay in bed if my body feels led to, get up when it's led to, take care of responsibilities, but still, our rhythm is way off in terms of sleep because he's up 4:35 in the morning. I don't even hear him leave the bed.
But
I don't even hear you leave the bed.
But don't let me get out that bed and not kiss you.
Oh, then I'm like, did he get up and not greet me? Like, Negro, what is going on?
But do you know if I'm there? Do you know?
I know that you're not. I don't know that you're not there, but I also know that I've awakened and you didn't greet me when you got up. And you knew that too, so you need to work on that.
No.
All right, back to my questions.
Whoa. Hold on.
Back to my questions.
When I get up, I have the same ritual every morning. I get up,
well, then how do you?
out the bed, I go. I missed it like twice.
Okay,
You let
well,
me know.
I just counted those
You let me
two.
know those 2 times that I did not kiss you in the morning, and I will, and I, not even spitefully, I give you a big old wet kiss in the morning. I do.
Sometimes, y'all, great girlfriends, literally, he will come and he will like. First of all, he got facial hair, so he exfoliates me. He'll give
Everybody
me
needs
a full
some
little
exfoliation.
exfoliation. Take his
Everybody
chin
needs it.
and just rub it against my cheek, and then he like slaps a wet kiss delayed kiss. He sits there. I'm like, move. Yes,
Because her
good
cheeks
morning.
are so beautiful.
Love you too.
Her face is so
Keep it
beautiful.
moving. And that's not what happens. And I get so irritated, and I just try to roll over because I'm like, I'm still trying to sleep.
Nope.
I'm still trying to sleep. But I love you for that. So my sleep pattern irritates you.
Yeah.
I got you. That's
If
good.
there's
That's fair.
something, it would be that. It would be
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Well,
Huh.
because I've started to learn, I'm not a morning person either.
Mm-hmm.
I've created a morning person. I've created a morning persona.
Got you. Well, I'm working on my morning persona. Pray for me, great girlfriends,
Yeah.
as I pray for you. So my next question is this.
Okay.
How have you grown
Ooh.
as a man since you became a husband?
Oh my gosh. Leaps and bounds, because the day you get married as a husband, it's a great day because yes, now you're, we talked about the sex thing. Now you're able to, now your parents know and we can engage and we can do all of this kind of stuff. But then also you, as a husband, not even going to fatherhood, but as a husband, you're immediately responsible for this person. And you have no guidebook. There's no one that tells you how any of it should work. So it's like, shout out, I always give a shout out to all of the men who grew up without fathers, because I had the benefit of having the most wonderful man that I've ever known raise me and show me at least. But here's the thing, he gave me glimpses into what it was like to be a husband. I got to see it from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get taught how to do it from the inside, like the minutia of, you might make her very angry one day and here's how you figure that part out.
Mm-hmm.
I wish, but that's the gift I'm going to be able to give, our son and our daughter, so that she can kind of, I'm going to give it to him so that he'll know how to navigate. I'm going to give it to her so that she'll be able to have the grace to let him navigate.
Got it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when he's processing, don't think he's weak. Don't think he's actually processing.
Yeah.
He's trying to figure things out. But yeah, leaps and bounds. I've grown. I'm a completely different person than I was when we got married. As a husband, because there is a lot. It's not just like being a wife isn't easy, being a husband's not easy either. Like you got to check a lot of emotions at the door. You've got to put a lot of yourself away. I had to put away a lot of me so that I could be 100% available.
Y'all, we on a cruise, so if you hear some sounds in the background, just know to ignore them. And we'll keep it moving like that sound. Okay. I love that. Those are all my, well, actually, no, my questions would be 30 seconds literally. What would you want for Sam as a husband, and what would you want for Dylan as a wife? Should they take that path?
It used to be to do it better than me, but now it's to do it the best way they possibly can. To be able to find somebody that they can love and grow with and be compatible with, and to have the courage to be 100% vulnerable with that person and grow with that person and live with that person. That's what I want for them.
Okay. Okay. What will be your legacy as a lover?
Wow. My legacy as a lover? What do you mean? You mean like your lover? Or like...
How do you take it?
Okay, my legacy as this, the first one is my legacy as a lover in the world is that people know that they were honored and respected as people. They were heard. And they were, you know what I mean, they were felt no matter where they were, you know, that they could be uniquely and honestly themselves. My legacy as your lover is that if I happen to be the one that goes home to be with the Lord first, that I make it extremely hard for anybody else to come after me.
Oh my God.
That's just the truth.
I have no further questions, Kwaku.
I mean, that's real,
That's
though.
really, really good. I love that. Listen, great girlfriends, this has been so fun for me because I get to live with you every single day. And I think I know the answer to some of these questions, but it's very interesting for me to hear you express what I'm experiencing in real time. And even over the course of 18 years, your evolution, your growth, your changes, I think your core is very much the same. And I think that we, you know, there's all kind of branches to a tree, right? But that root, that trunk is still the same, and it's consistent.
Wow.
And, you know, I think about, you know, our marriage as an enterprise, and I think about the business of how we love each other. It is a bit, we love each other. Our love towards one another is a business because we have to manage it. It has operations. It has infrastructure. We got accounts payable. We got accounts receivable. There's a structure to this, and I think that, you know, being under your leadership and direction has been a wonderful experience because you haven't hidden your process. You haven't hidden your process. As you have grown, as you've been challenged, as you've been stimulated, you haven't hidden the process. So you made space for all of us, myself, Sam Dilly, the dog, Willie, and other men who come into contact with you to learn in your process. And I think that's very decent.
Well,
And, you know?
I appreciate that more than you know, because as a man, one of the biggest challenges I've ever had as a man, and I still have, I'm having less of these days, is not knowing.
Well, you know we're doing a part 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where you're asking your
Well,
questions.
here's
for
the
me.
thing.
Okay.
I think that from where we were coming from and all this kind of stuff, we just came from another, from the panel that they were doing here. We weren't on it, we were just kind of witnessing it. But I really feel, I'm really at home, I guess, at this stage in life with the fact that more of this content needs to exist.
Yes.
Absolutely more of this content.
Yeah.
I wonder how you guys feel about that. How would you feel if Sybil and I got on and we continued to do this and we built, maybe it's a show out of it? I would love to do a show with you about this. Because our lives have never been anything, our lives have never been anything but transparent. I mean, whether we're doing a panel or, I was always graced to do the panel at your conference, and I love doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think there's something to the love that we've been able to have for so many years. Like, I think I told you when we were in Puerto Rico the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and I said I've had the best time. I've had the best 18 years of my entire life with you. They were challenging at certain points. They were whatever, but I do think that there's a gift in what we've been given. So I'd love to keep it going.
Okay. Here they go. Another announcement. I think we can and we should, and we find different ways to do that. I'm so open to it. This episode was completely dedicated to you, great girlfriends, having an inside look at Kwaku's heart, at his design as a man and as a husband, and just some of the experience that he has learned from over the course of our 18 years. And in this next episode, he's going to be asking me the questions. I'm incredibly nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh,
nervous.
I don't want to wreck this because I'm so honest, but this is the road to 19, so we go keep it going. But listen, great girlfriends, what I want for you today is think about your legacy as a lover as you after you subscribe, listen, leave your review, and then sit back and reflect on some of the things you heard from Kwaku today. Ask yourself, what is part of my legacy as a lover? What is the mark that I'm making in my immediate world and in the larger world? What is my love language speaking to people? Like, how will people know that my love existed? Because I do believe that that's our greatest impact in this world is, not the things that we do to please people, but how we love people with intention. With intention, like I am planning to love people. I make it my business. It is my priority. It's my standard. It's part of one of my pillars that I am like a mega lover and I'm going to out love everybody. Like that should be a part of how we move. And that's something that we've talked about over the past 9 years. We'll always talk about, but if you have it for yourself first, then you're able to experience it in your love life with friends, your romantic life, your coworkers, your community, wherever you exist. There should be some sign of love there. And if there isn't, I'm challenging you to know why you're there. Why are we sticking in places where there is no love? Because we deserve to experience grace and abundant love everywhere we go in some form. Even on this cruise, we sit back and I'm looking at like grace and abundant love in the form of Black love, the connection that we're having with culture, the connection with music, the connection with new people, the connection with fashion, new friendships, old friendships. And then we come to the room and I look out on this balcony and the ocean, the great clear blue skies, the ocean, like the vastness of God's love is reflecting back on us. And then we hit every country stop, Turks and Caicos. We went to Dominican Republic. We also went to Puerto Rico. And in every country, I'm just looking at how people love each other, how their existence shows and proves God's love, and how their legacy will come alive. So think about that as we close out this episode. Write yourself a quick journal note. Like this is what I want my legacy to be as a lover. Because then you can put intention around it once you understand that it has value. And you can reward yourself with that good intention and actions that line up with what you want to experience. And when you realize you're not experiencing it, you can make the great escape. Amen.
Amen.
I love y'all. Happy Wednesday. Please come back next week because we are going to be talking about our 18 years, what our love is, and what questions Kwaku has for me in part 2.
I can't wait.
If you enjoyed this, if you feeling good about this, if you like being a listener, please share this with your great girlfriends. I don't even know what country we're in. I do think it's like a Thursday. I don't know what day of the week it is, but wherever you are, near or far, I pray that you're having the most electrifying, magnetic time with your great girlfriends. Peace and love.
All right, great girlfriends, did you enjoy this week's episode of the podcast? If so, would you please give us your amazing review on iTunes? Every single review helps another great girlfriend get plugged into the podcast and the community. Speaking of community, make sure you join our Facebook group at The Great Girlfriends, follow us on Instagram at The Great Girlfriends, and on Twitter at _greatGFS. I'm Sibylla Muti, and I'm out.
Yay Networks.